One more mouthful of salt pork, Robin, and I swear I'll lose the taste for fresh meat. What devilment was that?
Surely that's... Yes, it is. It's Will Scarlet. Clumsy lout. He might have torn my doublet.
Is that all you're worried about? Do you know the penalty for poaching royal deer?
I'm a guest of the Lord de Serigny, my man. I'm with his hunting party. Unfortunately, in the heat of the chase, I was separated from the others.
Since when has my Lord de Serigny been hunting the king's deer? Careful with his doublet. You'll dance very prettily in your red silk from the gallows.
You take the one with the beard. See this, Tom?
I see.
And these bolts whistle as they fly. Makes the deer too frightened to move. Oh, it's downright murder. The beast doesn't have a fair chance.
That's a weapon forbidden to good Christians.
Ah!
Well, Robin. And you too, Derwent. Good to see you again.
Welcome back to Sherwood. One look at that red silk and I knew it could only be Will Scarlet.
Yes, I fancy my tailor did do me rather well, didn't he?
With enough braid to hang yourself.
I'm most obliged to you both for your help. Luckily, I had the situation pretty well in hand.
So we noticed.
You're going to make a very good swordsman yet, you know, Robin. With a little practice, of course.
Will?
Ah, there you are, Maud. You can come out now, dear. Robin Hood, my Lady de Serigny.
My lady? This is Derwent.
My lady.
As I tried to explain to those dolts of foresters, I'm staying with her father, the Lord de Serigny.
Under what name?
Will, a bit of Winchester. It's perfectly safe, Robin. As a matter of fact, we're on a hunting party from the manor, my dear.
That's a goodish step from here.
You see, Will wanted to show me his crossbow. We saw the deer and followed them into the forest. I thought it was rather a long way.
I see, and you became separated from the others in the heat of the chase.
Well, the time went so fast, and Will thought I ought to keep out of the way of the foresters. And if we're not back soon, we're going to get into serious trouble with Father.
Well, you won't get back there today, not before dark. Our hospitality is rough, but such as it is, you're welcome to it for the night.
Personally, I'd rather face wild animals than those bracken couches of Robin.
It's not the bracken I'm afraid of. You're responsible for this. You must explain it to Father. Tomorrow morning. Thank you kindly, sir.
My lady. There is one precaution, however, that I must insist on. Forgive me.
Please, Derwent. Allow me.
If you don't mind taking her hand.
Oh, bring along my crossbow, Derwent. There's a good chap.
It must have been venison tonight. Now, thanks to Scarlet, it's going to be salt pork.
Will of Winchester. I've heard that name. Yes, I remember. I crossed swords with him here in Nottingham. He sought sanctuary of the church and abjured the realm.
And he can't be the same man, Sheriff.
My Lord de Sarigny, it's Will of Winchester, all right. He escaped from his guards and killed the captain who was going to sail him to France.
And this is the fellow who's made off with my daughter. A common murderer, for all his airs and graces. I disliked him the moment he crossed my threshold.
And why did you offer him hospitality?
Because he brought letters from my Lord of Winchester. How could I know my daughter would be infatuated with him?
She isn't the first.
What?
Enter.
Lord Sheriff, a forester with news of the Lady de Sarigny.
Then bring him in, man.
You, come in.
Well?
It was like this, my Lord Sheriff. There were two of us on duty in the Greenwood, and we saw this gentleman in red silk shooting at the king's deer.
Gentleman, my foot. You arrested him, of course.
We did, my lord.
Well, then where is he?
We were surprised. Robin Hood were on us before we could...
Robin Hood? Do you mean that my daughter is now kidnapped by Robin Hood?
You're relieved of your post. See that guards are put on every track out of Sherwood.
What's wrong with good English you? If you ask me, this is of a piece with its owner.
Venus and Cupid. I've heard Cupid was handy with a bow. The Frenchified fop. It beats me what use Robin has for him.
Will could make mincemeat of you, lad, blindfolded, with his hands tied. Oh, I grant you he's a swordsman, but this fancy crossbow Dermot, what can a man do with a thing like that?
Good morning. That's right, my man. You have a jolly good look at it. You won't find its equal. There's only one man in England could make a bow like that. Peter the Saracen. You feel its strength, Robin. Ram's horn, whalebone, and wild boar's sinew.
It's a powerful-looking thing.
Powerful. It could outshoot one of your best longbows about twice over.
Oh, I've handled crossbows before, but they're clumsy contraptions. By the time you got your foot in the stirrup and latch the string.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great improvement, I grant you. But you'll never show me a crossbow that'll beat the longbow. No.
Take it from me, Robin. Will's always right. You may as well gather up your longbows and use them for broomsticks.
Thank you. And I'll prove it. I challenge you to a match.
Another 50 paces? It's a very long shot.
Edgar! 50 paces back.
It's a bow!
Well, you certainly proved its range.
A tremendous distance, you agree?
I do.
Then tell him to move the target back another 100 paces. No. I'll hit that oak at the end of the clearing. Do you want to try a shot?
What with this? It wouldn't carry half the distance.
What price your longbows now?
I'll grant you the range. But for all that, distance isn't everything. While you shoot one bolt, I can loose 3 arrows.
But if they don't reach the target?
Competition's a one thing. But who's going to fight an enemy whom he can scarcely see?
And you know what a rainstorm will do to a crossbow?
I know, Robin, I know, but...
Will, we must be going.
Oh, just one moment, Will. I think I should escort Lady Maud home myself. The foresters will all be out looking for you, and...
I have no intention of entrusting a fawn like Maud to a huntsman like you. No, she's my responsibility. Oh, Derwent, get me a horse, old chap. this is the place. Not a stone's throw from here, I know a glade where the daffodils nod.
Daffodils in July? It's easy to see you're a townsman, Will.
At your fair presence, dearest Maud, the very ground springs into flower.
Show me, Will. I'm always interested in daffodils.
Your flowers.
Who has eyes for those, when he can feast them on the rubies of your lips, or the sapphires of your eyes? Tell me, Maud, do you think you could love me?
Why else should I be here?
Mustn't say so to my face, or I shan't care for you at all.
What should I say?
You should say no.
No?
All well-bred people lie. I say you're beautiful, you must deny it. But think yourself the prettier. And if I ask for a kiss, you must be very angry. But granted, just the same.
It's more fun than our old-fashioned country way of telling the truth. Do you lie?
Now then, will you give me a kiss?
I will not.
Yes, that's better, but you shouldn't have given it to me. You should have waited for me to take it.
Seize him!
You're going home where you belong, miss.
My lady, I deeply regret.
You will have plenty of time to regret in Nottingham jail.
So, you honor us with another visit, Master Scarlet. I hope they treated you as well as your costume deserves.
The finest Italian silk. 5 ducats a yard and ruined beyond hope. I can't say I think very much of the cell they've given me either.
I don't think you need worry unduly about that. You won't be there very long. I've just signed this paper which concerns you. You are to be hanged from the gallows like a common thief.
Thief? Of what?
I think my Lord de Sarigny could explain that. Only he might run you through first.
What? Without explanation?
This is no time for fooling, Will Scarlet. You forswore your oath to abjure the realm. You murdered an honest sea captain.
Beg your pardon, a hired assassin.
Silence! You've killed the king's deer. You've abducted an innocent maid. You associate with outlaws. That's enough to hang a dozen men. Well, have you anything to say?
Well, if you could be so kind as to provide me with a tailor. In their excessive zeal, your men tore my doublet, and I should like to look my best for the occasion, you know.
It's not a tailor you need. It's a priest.
Well, I shall have to settle my affairs and my effects as best I can. It interests you?
It would interest me if I knew how it worked.
It's a murderous weapon, my lord. I haven't quite got the hang of it yet, but Yes, it's easy to catch your fingers, isn't it? That bow could kill a man at 400 paces. Yes, I believe that when I see it. And I'd be delighted to demonstrate it to you, but...
But you're not in a position to do so.
I have a proposition for you, my lord sheriff.
You have?
That bow can outshoot anything you've got. And there isn't another like it in England. Think of the striking power of a company armed with crossbows like that. If you gave me the chance, I could prove it to you. If not, of course, you could hang me for a liar.
And if you succeed?
Ah, well, of course, I shall be set free.
Very well. I accept your offer. You guarantee to prove that that crossbow is strong enough to kill a man at 400 paces. We'll put it to the test. You shall be there to see that there's fair play. And if you satisfy me, I pledge you my word that you are free to go.
But, my lord,
Yes?
Oh, yes, I see.
We'll test the bow this afternoon. Take him away.
Back! Oh, really, Marion? Well, I do hope you haven't been kept waiting. If the sheriff... Oh, please stay this way. I apologize.
Marion, this is indeed a pleasure.
My Lord Sheriff. Lord de Sarigny tells me that his daughter Maud...
Marion, why should we talk of her when there's a lovelier lady present?
Because she's a friend, and because I'm worried about her.
Have no fear. Do you think I should permit an abduction under the very walls of Nottingham?
You've rescued her, then?
Maud is safe with her family. As for that popinjay who dared to run off with her...
Was that who I just saw taken out?
Yes, Master Will Scarlet. I've reached an agreement with him. He deserves to be hanged, but I'm a merciful man. Marion, they tell me you know something of archery. Have you ever seen a bow like this?
Well, it's pretty enough for the boudoir. But I don't follow.
Will Scarlet, to save himself from the gallows, has offered to demonstrate the power of the crossbow. He actually thinks he can bargain with me.
Well, what do you think?
Well, if you want my opinion, why risk our lives for a braggart who's walked into a trap of his own making?
Edgar?
Well, you warned him. You couldn't have spoken plainer.
I've risked my neck for him already. With all due respect to the Lady Marion, I think he's a plain liability with his womenfolk, but,
Go on.
well, this is how it is. He's been one of us. Oh, only for a short time. And he boasted night and day. But there wasn't a braver man nor a better sword in the forest. And, well, it sticks in my throat to leave him to the sheriff.
Thank you, Derwent. Those are my feelings. And there's another thing to remember. The sheriff's men will be a sight more dangerous armed with crossbows like Will's.
Give me the longbow any day. Don't hold with these foreign inventions.
Nobody's asking you to use a crossbow. The point is, do we agree to disappoint the sheriff?
Aye.
Well, that's settled. Now, where's this demonstration supposed to take place?
In the glade by the grey oak.
That's about half a mile from the city walls.
You've rescued Will once. The sheriff isn't taking any chances.
We can't attack in force. He'll have the place too well guarded for that. But a single man might slip through.
Oh, no, Robin, not you.
I don't know what the sheriff's plan is, but one thing I'm sure of. He's not going to set Will free. There's a catch in it.
If I were to see Lord de Sarigny and plead with him for Will...
No, he wouldn't listen anyway. And it'd be too dangerous for you. Besides, this concern of yours for Will is beginning to worry me, knowing his success with women.
Robin.
Release the prisoner.
Good morning, my Lord Sheriff. Now, what are the arrangements? Do you wish me to shoot?
The bow prepared?
Yes.
Then the lieutenant will do the shooting.
As you will.
But as I promised you, I brought you here so that you can see that there's fair play. Take off your doublet.
Oh, I don't think it's as hot as all that. Besides, the shirt I have on underneath isn't perhaps quite as smart as it should be.
I was thinking that might be the case. So take off your doublet. It would be a pity to spoil your good clothes. Besides, you'll find it easier to run. Well, move to it, men. You're the target.
But you pledged your word.
And I stand by it. You question me? You undertook to prove that that crossbow could kill a man at 400 paces. If my lieutenant fails to kill you, well, then obviously the bow does not do what you claim for it, and you will go straight to the gallows. If, on the other hand, he does kill you, well and good, you made your point. As far as I'm concerned, you're free to go.
Thank you very much. But it's not what I understood. I haven't a chance either way.
I'm a merciful man. I'll give you a start. Lieutenant, wait until I count 20. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Let him get to that little bush. That's just about the distance he claimed.
Now! Come on, come on. Come on.
Cheat me, would you? A thief as well as a liar.
You talk of liars.
You had all the proof you needed. That boat would have killed a man at twice the distance.
I'm not interested in your conjectures. All I want is proof in the shape of your dead body. Now get on your feet and run, or...
Or what, my Lord Sheriff? Drop your sword. Now dismount.
Are you mad?
Here, we'll keep him covered. I'm going for the crossbow. Tell your men to drop their weapons.
Drop your arms!
Now, by your leave. Give me Scarlet's crossbow and bolts. There's an arrow pointing at your sheriff's heart. I trust my friend won't have to use it. Oh. I understand you want proof of this crossbow. Very well, my lord. This time you're the target.
You wouldn't dare.
I hope you're in good condition. That way, run.
He's running straight for us. The hood misses.
Proof enough? I can drive the point home deeper if you like. Up, Will.
There.
Well, he looks better back in Lincoln Green than he ever did in all that fancy finery.
Nothing can ever quite replace the doublet we left behind. We should have gone back for it, Robin.
Well, there's gratitude for you. And after all the trouble I've taken.
Lady Marian, to find you in these circumstances is like finding a primrose in a swamp. And were it not for the circumstances of which I unhappily find myself...
Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his band of men. Feared by the bad, loved by the good. Robin Hood, Robin Hood, Robin Hood.